Sunday's vote will be Guinea's first presidential election since the 2021 coup. That takeover followed mass protests over former President Alpha Conde's bid to extend his time in office. Now, Mamady Doumbouya, the general who led the coup, is seeking electoral legitimacy.
This will not be an ordinary election. It is a referendum on the future of our country. Either we continue the rebuilding process under the leadership of President Mamady Doumbouya, or we return to an era of impunity and pre-nationhood.
Doumbouya is widely seen as the frontrunner, campaigning on stability, tighter state control of Guinea's mining sector and major infrastructure projects. Despite its vast mineral wealth, Guinea remains one of West Africa's poorest countries, shaped by decades of military rule, political instability and ethnic tensions. When he seized power, Doumbouya pledged to return authority to civilians. But his decision to run, after a new constitution removed restrictions on junta members, has sparked controversy. Still, some voters say they are satisfied with the current direction.
The way politics was done before and how it's done now is different. We no longer see violent campaigns. There is enthusiasm. People are active, and everyone can express their opinions without violence.
The vote is being held under a new constitution that alters term limits and introduces a 7-year presidential term. Out of 66 applicants, only 9 candidates were approved to run, with prominent opposition figures excluded under the new eligibility rules or forced into exile.
Since he has declared his candidacy, we should not deceive ourselves. There is no opponent capable of challenging him, especially after his main rivals were sidelined.
Analysts say the real test begins once the ballots are counted.
The president must now step back and recognize that he has to govern. He needs to engage in dialogue and be willing to compromise. That is in his own interest and in Guinea's.
With stability as the central campaign promise and the political space narrowed, the vote will be closely watched as Guinea weighs its path from military rule to civilian governance. Kubra Akkoc, TRT World.